Hello, I'm Chris. In this video we're going to have a look at joining and leaving a motorway. You must pass your driving test before you're allowed to drive on a motorway, and it's definitely recommended that you take some motorway driving lessons with a fully qualified instructor. Hopefully this video will give you a good idea of what to expect. Some vehicles are prohibited on motorways and are listed in the description below. Before driving long distance on a motorway, it's a good idea to carry out a few checks on your vehicle first. These include checking your oil level, coolant and windscreen washer levels checked, windows and mirrors are clean, have enough fuel for the journey, all lights are working front and back, tyres have the correct air pressure and are in good condition, brakes and steering are working, warning lights are all okay, and finally, no cats on the bonnet. You would join a motorway via a slip road or where a main road becomes a motorway. You'll see this sign at the start of the motorway. From this point, motorway regulations apply. The national speed limit on a motorway is 70 miles an hour. When joining, you'll have to give priority to vehicles already on the carriageway. Don't force your way on or drive along the hard shoulder on the left. You shouldn't have to stop at the end of the slip road unless you're queuing to join other slow moving traffic. Although drivers already on the motorway have priority, they might change lanes to allow you to get on, but don't assume they will. When joining a motorway, you might see this sign, which shows that the slip road joins the main carriageway as a lane gain, increasing the lanes on the motorway from 2 to 3. It's unlikely that you'll have to give way, but be careful of vehicles on the motorway moving into your lane. This sign is similar. It shows that if you're joining the motorway in the left-hand lane, then there will be no need to merge with traffic already on the motorway. You're unlikely to give way to the right, but you still have to be careful of other vehicles entering your lane, especially ones that are already on the motorway. If you're joining in the right-hand lane of the slip road, then you'll have to give way to traffic already on the motorway. You might also see this sign when joining the motorway. Traffic in the right-hand lane of the slip road has priority over the left, and it also has a dedicated lane when joining the motorway. If you're in the left-hand lane of the slip road, then you'll have to give way to vehicles in the right-hand lane. I'm joining the motorway, using the slip road to adjust my speed to that of vehicles on the motorway. Still accelerating smoothly, looking for a gap, checking my mirrors, signalling, making sure I've been seen by others, a quick sideways glance, and I'm on. I'll now cancel my signal. I'll stay in the left-hand lane for now, so that I can get used to the higher speed. Joining the motorway again, this time it's a little bit busier. Being aware of who's around me. The black car behind looks like they want to overtake, so I'm going to keep an eye on them. I'm also trying to gauge the speed of other drivers on the motorway. Checking my mirrors, signalling right, and a quick glance over my shoulder. Nice gentle steering onto the motorway, and I'm on. Get used to the faster speed, look far ahead, and check your mirrors frequently. I'm joining the motorway, smoothly accelerating, adjusting my speed, so I can merge onto the motorway without affecting any other drivers. So I'm checking my mirrors, I'm signalling right, and a quick check over my shoulder. I'm gently steering onto the motorway. Driving on a motorway takes a lot of planning ahead, concentration, and anticipating what other drivers are going to do next. We're now going to have a look at leaving the motorway. I've got my suitcase packed and I've got my passport and I'm heading off to Gatwick Airport. As usual, it's all about planning ahead and looking out for any signs that might help. This junction sign is showing me that I need to leave the motorway in 1 mile. Move into the left-hand lane earlier rather than later, so that you're ready to leave the motorway, especially if the motorway is busy. You don't want to cut across from the other lanes at the last moment. If you miss your exit, then just carry on to the next one. This next sign is showing me that I need to leave the motorway in 2/3 of a mile for Gatwick Airport. Be aware of what other drivers are doing around you. Make the most of the mirrors. Other drivers might change lanes late to leave the motorway. This car has taken away my stopping distance, so I check my mirror and ease off gas a little. The sign is showing me that I need to leave the motorway in 1/3 of a mile for Gatwick Airport. There will now be some countdown marker posts. These are at 300, 200 and 100 yards before the start of the slip road. Checking who's around me, and I'll signal with the 300-yard marker. Although if you're driving in a lane that splits off from the motorway as a dedicated lane, then you won't have these. Try and avoid slowing down on the main carriageway if you can. Gradually slow down on the slip road if possible. I'm on the slip road now, so I cancel my signal. And I need to plan ahead for any traffic queuing or sharp bends. It seems like quite a long slip road, so I don't need to immediately slow down. But I'm looking far ahead, and I can see traffic starting to build up, and signs for traffic lights, so I'm easing off gas and gently braking. Once you've come off the motorway, keep a lookout for any signs. You could expect a change in speed limit, traffic lights, a roundabout, two-way traffic, or a dual carriageway. If the speed limit has been reduced, then it will feel extra slow. 40 miles an hour will feel like 20. Keep an eye on your speedometer to make sure that you don't speed. This video is only a rough guide to joining and leaving a motorway, and we strongly recommend that you take some motorway driving lessons with a professional instructor before going out alone. Well, that's the end of our video on joining and leaving a motorway. I really hope it's been useful. If it has, then don't forget to subscribe for our latest videos, as it really helps us to make more. And we really appreciate you watching our videos. Stay safe on the road, and see you soon.